Alright, man.
Yes, sir.
So, we can't access it from the second floor because the second floor door is broken.
Okay.
So we gotta go from the third floor.
All right.
So we'll need a tripod, the
All right.
tear adapter,
Okay.
and then we'll need a main line and a belay line,
Okay.
and then just a handful of rigging stuff. MPD, we'll use an MPD for our progress capture as we raise them and lower them.
Okay. Do you have anchor points located?
No, we're gonna have to use the tripod as an anchor.
Or tie off for it? Have you looked at like where you could tie off?
We don't need to tie it off because all our weight's going to be into the elevator shaft. So we'll put it up against the header to keep it from pushing into the shaft.
Yeah.
We'll just rig off the tripod.
All right, I'll come up in a second. We'll get that equipment up and we'll put a second set of eyes on it and just make sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, anybody that's not doing anything right now, we need the tear adapter set. We're gonna need ropes and all the hardware, including the MPD.
You just need people to start carrying stuff.
Yep, start carrying stuff up. We're going to the third floor. They can't make access from the second. The door, the elevator door is broken.
What about ventilation?
They didn't require any ventilation this time. I haven't heard back from anybody yet about that.
Don't get the yellow one if you can get that. We ran into that problem the other day.
I got the pre-rig.
Yeah.
We got a red and a yellow.
That'd be great. Yeah, I would take the pre-rigged
Beaners.
because we may need the extra rope if we have to tie off anywhere. You guys all right?
Yep.
All right, rigging team. We got the equipment you asked for. All right, tell us your plan again.
Could you, I don't know, we have this far could you put a brace across that doorway? You know, to like a ladder or something like that on the inside there, and then I got one. Yeah, so we can put that inside. Okay. We've got a ladder. We've got to bring the ladder inside that door frame, like this, and come along with some. For your tie back.
So, I guess there's not a third floor.
And we talked to the victim, but we didn't get any feedback on whether or not he had injuries.
Well, it sounded like he was in and out of conscious. He was, because
He's
he's
moaning in pain,
and then he went out again.
So we're still talking about a rescue situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's coming
And
and
we
going.
have eyes on him. We just can't get verbal communication from him.
Could you see a harness on him?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we could see the harness. So, and he's upright. I don't know if we talked about this. So
So
he's sitting upright at the bottom of the tooth. You look like you may have room to get, you know, a smaller rescuer down beside him to hook into him. But it looks like he's ready to go. Obviously, we'd want to put eyes on that harness down there and make sure everything's squared away. But
Well, I know the guy, I mean, he's usually pretty sharp, but his harness is on, it's usually on right. I would assume it's okay, because he wasn't even on, it's not get shock loaded, he just fell.
okay. So there you
We
go.
also tried that hooker pole to hook them and then send somebody down to the second. You think it's going to be too far?
It looks like, well, the tube starts at the second floor, so he's probably, what, 14 feet? So I don't know how much we have with the tread though. Yeah. I don't know what the extension on the hook pole is. Is that a 10-foot pole? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not, yeah.
I'm sure you could get it out here and run on it from the bottom up or the top down. And figure it out.
Right.
Where's your partner at? All right, entry team, here's what they're saying. They've made communication, contact with the victim. He's in and out of consciousness. His supervisor said he's usually squared away with having his harness on properly. Still be a good idea to just get some eyes on it and make sure if you decide to use your tool to hook onto his harness. We're gonna go ahead and get ALS company out here standing by. Do either of y'all have any kind of medical training? What level?
EMR.
EMR? Okay, so we main concern then is gonna be the ABCs. Is his airway open? And we're gonna have to protect his C-collar, you know, CC spine. So be aware of that when we make contact with him. And then when you get down there, try to give us, you know, a GCS score.
You you can open that door and look down, you'll have eyes on the victim, so you can kind of size up everything you got down there.
Any other safety hazards you saw, boss?
Not that I could see, nothing overhead. I couldn't see anything other than that right there. I mean, it's an empty elevator shaft, with the exception of a little bit of debris at the bottom. So,
Okay, no
you know
electrical
of anything-
hazards? All right, so Marriott Command to Dispatch.
Go ahead.
We're gonna go ahead and request an ALS ambulance, possibly helicopter,
Okay,
due to the potential injuries to this patient.
timing, okay, yeah, we'll have them get them in route.
All right,
Dispatch the ALS unit, we'll have to put a helicopter on standby.
thank you.
Send it to the bottom.
Hey Ryan,
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of designate you as the rescue group supervisor.
Okay.
Just kind of overall, if you see anything.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's a great idea also about using the ladder,
Oh, thank you, man.
raising up.
You need anything, just talk.
All right, same here.
I think we're gonna try to set up, right now, I think we're gonna do a main and belay, and we're gonna let the main line, maybe just one rescuer down. Seems like, I mean, it's pretty cramped in there,
Sure.
so I'll let that team figure out what they wanna do, but I was saying maybe just one of you go down and clip a pigtail onto the harness. If the harness is good, then we just haul both out at the same time.
Okay.
Let number two and maybe one or two others work the edge. We'll have a separate line there for edge work, right? So
Yes.
those guys can prusik off, but anybody at the edge needs to be, tied off.
Okay, so are we gonna do our working
I
haul
think we're gonna work
systems?
the system right here.
Okay,
So this will be our working system. They're gonna tie back off the ladder, and then we'll just find somewhere. It may come from here, it may come from over there, but somewhere we'll just run a strand. That way, whoever's working the edge can be tied off.
all right,
So,
sounds good. Looks like everybody's on board.
okay.
If we redirect off this though, if we have a 2-to-1 going down there, we're only pulling half the load back there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, we're gonna be
In and out
close.
of consciousness, still breathing, a little bit of moaning,
Okay,
but still
all
I
right.
mean, still.
We've requested an ALS unit and a helicopter from Vanderbilt. Still waiting on them to make the scene. Also got a chaplain and law enforcement because the family's been notified. So we'll try to catch them up outside.
Hey, Caleb. Yeah. What time you want to go down?
Red's gonna be main for the haul, so that needs to be the first one attached. We are supposed to put the victim on 2 lines. So we're gonna rig a second backup line. That'll just be tended to prusik off with this rigging plate. This black one here is just an edge line for anybody working near the edge. We can put it in on prusik and you can just run the line. They can also tie in to do what?
The edge guys can also tie in the thread if they want.
Yeah.
A couple options.
So, hang on. Let's do a 2-to-1. So you gotta have that one. Throw this one on. Taking rig.
All right, let out. Yeah, I don't give you too much. No, he's off the edge.
All right, victim's out at 8:47. Hey, so we gotta be aware of his neck, right? Gotta take care of his neck.
EMS is here taking over. They're gonna package him up, get him on a helicopter. It's outside waiting to fly him to Nashville. He'll be there in 10 minutes.
Good job, yo.
So, let's get everybody up here to brief.
All right.
Hey.